What's up YouTube? This is Erwin and today we'll be looking at the Supremobots. Now, as you can see, these are one of the two or three sets I've completed by just buying the Kazos. And here we have the full set of Supremobots. You got Gaceraton, Orienticon, Amionator, and Tigastron. Now, let's start up with Gaceraton first. Gaceraton here is an oil an oil hauler truck. As you can see by his gas and oil storage, which is a little bit flush to the cab itself. And as you can see, the word flammable is hardly even see when you actually like this, but here it is. Now, transformation. Sorry if I only have one arm able. It's because of I had to hold the camera while I'm shooting this video. So wait a minute. Here. Now, forgive me if I actually squeeze this camera onto my legs, because it's a little hard. So just place this one half over here, and then pull the other one out. So, and remember, these are actually mounted by paper clips. It's been a long time since I've made my Meet the Cons review, and this time I'll be doing this one for a change. And here is Gaceraton. Now, according to his original bio in the magazine issue, K-Zone issue number July or June 2011. Yeah, June 2011, where his origin was actually not a brainwashed Foldabot. Now, in the comics, he used to be Gacera, but he turned out. I decided to lay off that thing. Anyway, you can actually swap these two tanks if you desire, but I like mine on its. If you want the little red circle to be on the front, it's your choice. I like mine to be like this. Still, it's the same. It's a little same difference, but yeah, only the design is just altered. So that's Gaceraton. And next we got I also forgot that Gaceraton and his fellow Supremobot Orienticon is a little bit hard to stand. So here we have Orienticon, which is this orange electrical service truck. Now, he is quite nice, and the ladder, according to July 2011 issue, his bio reads that this ladder, this extending utility ladder, is actually Kontrolion's dragon neck. But after Kontrolion was complete by about 2 months later, they decided to give this as the tail for Kontrolion. And here's the base for transformation. It's just simply you have to fold these arms out and place this ladder any way you want it. It's the way you do it. Kind of like that Journey song. And there's Koyanticon. As you can see that he is kind of a little bit of a similar pattern for with Gazelton, except with the addition of arms and the ladders making good standing, good third leg. Now, about these Supremobots, they actually resemble some of the few Filipino-based big companies. Like, the Celicon here represents Petron, and the Koyanticon here represents Meralco. Now, don't worry about what I've said. That doesn't have to involve these companies. Anyway, I'm just going to say this for your information. And moving on, we got the biggest one, due to the fact it has a really, really big wing. Yeah, that's a Meteor. Now, according to, like most of the other Supremobots, she is a somewhat an Airbus A320 without the jet engines on the bottom. And look at the copyright over here. If you can see clearly, it would say Foldabots Amihan. Although her name here is Amianator. To the fact that you'll see why they actually altered this character, although she was originally a Foldabot. Now, let's go on with the transformation. I've actually placed this extra paperclip here for added support. So here's the place it right here, and these paper clips. One should go here. Whatever. Because these clips will actually go on, like, yeah. It'll go on Koyanticon's ladder, so it becomes tail. So we just attach that one to there. Let's just keep these, fold these once so it makes up little fins or cloths for a millimeter, and fold out the wings. If you have seen the pattern before, you might have to see it soon on Foldabots Storybook Volume 6, where I might say that Kontrolion will be included in this volume. And due to the fact that it's a little bit uneven, so it adds balance. That's for balance. And have you noticed something about here? Aminator's original crest over here is actually an Agimat. They decided to place a loot splat on her, between her breasts. Sorry, I'm actually making a pun right here, but yeah. Aminator, here's Aminator, and she's in fact the slimmest, yet she's going to form the body of Kontrolion, and this a big fact that she is the skinniest, yet the only female character that forms the body of a combiner. And if you want to keep the wings in place, you can actually use the spare paper clip on the other side right here, and just clip it right here, so it doesn't go out of place. And then there's a Aminator. Now, Aminator represents the Pacific, although her color scheme is red and yellow. I might say that she might represent 13 Airlines? No? 13 Airlines? No? 13 Airlines? 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 13 But yeah, Cebu is a little bit close to that scheme. Although they have a yellow-orange with their logo of green and blue, it's kind of close. And that's just a meaning over here. Sorry if she's a little bit hard to stand. I'll just take out this clip. It's a little bit soft in this in here. Let's see. Let her stand. Okay, go sit next to these guys. Hey, don't it? Oh well. It's better off laying down like that. Now for the last member of the Supremobots. Although these guys don't have a permanent leader, I would actually count Gaseraton as the head honcho of Season 4. And here we have the Gaston. The Gaston is an armored car, which resembles this green armored car. Almost represents land bank of the Philippines. And this 628 here is actually, you'll have to wonder how it happened. You may also see that on that Foldabots mini version of Tigas, which he was based on. Even Koryantikon and Amihanator is also based on a Foldabots mini. Now, I will actually review the Sporticons, Boatron, and Sporticus in one wave as well. So stay tuned for that. Now, Tigaston is kind of like Rila because of its shape, with a little exception of these little wheels that will stick out over here. They wanted to make it a little flush, so they want to save a lot of cardboard on this guy. So transformation is pretty simple. Okay. Now you have to form it together like what you do with real lesson. Now, according to my sources, Riles and Violeta are the only ones, although they were originated from Foldabots Mini, but they were actually the only ones that doesn't have their names altered. Now, Violeta is a Sporticon, while Riles is a Lutabot. Now, if you heard about the news about Commutatron being in Toy Book 6, I must be lucky that finally I'll have to complete the whole set. Although I never got the one issue I actually missed, it's a great compliment that for those who never completed any of the combiner sets, this is the best gift idea to get. And here we have the Gastron. Now, as I said, it's almost like Remus, but his head is a little bit off-centered due to the fact of the thickness of the cardboard, and you should have done it like in Remus, where it's split-faced. And the original way of building Commutatron is Remus has to do it on bot side up to make the arms. But thanks to one of my fellow Folda fans, I think it was one of the Folda fans actually had designed Commutatron to make it a little more decent, like putting Reles on string side up rather than bot side up. And yeah, here's the Gaston. Yeah, it almost looks like his Foldabots mini head. Same goes for a Miniator over there. And here's the complete Supremobots. Yeah. Sorry about my voice. I'm just a little excited. And now we move on to our combining Kontrolion. Now, Kontrolion is the second dragon Gestalt in the series, and the first dragon Lutabot combiner. Actually, it's the only dragon combiner in their faction. So, what we're going to do now is to take Gaceratron's arms over here, take it out. Now, Gaceratron is already in its leg mode. So, he forms the left leg, I think. Yeah? Oh. Projekticon, it's just a matter of reverting him back to Rico mode and leaving out his utility ladder out. So, you have to place them face to face. Now, a Miniator over here, you have to unfold her feet and then place them onto the sleeves provided so she can actually clip it in there. And yeah, I actually found out that these actually helps keep Kontrolion's legs in place, if you know what I mean. Now here's the tricky part. Actually this is the second to the most tricky part. So you just have to place Gaceratron's gas tank slash oil tank slash boosters. Yeah. Apologies that Jomike never actually made decent jet engines for Miniator. These will actually serve as the jet engines. And here's the unfinished body. Oops. Now, my second part. Sorry if it's falling down apart. We'll just have to put the tail in real quick. Now, what I actually do is to place this clip like this, and let's take off this leg first, and carefully insert it right here. It's supposed to be the neck of that, well, I'll show you that later. And let's put this one here. That spare clip is actually can actually help clip both halves, or clip both what do you call this? Clip the nose part as well, like you've seen that issue. Now, some people actually wanted to clip this bot side up, but if you actually seen if you actually keep this hand arm strip right here out, it feels like he has a thumb. So let's just fold this one out and then insert the arm like so. Clip it in, and you got one really long dragon arm with additional piston at the end. Yeah, might as well be folding it inside just for showcasing or just for fun. Yeah. And then move on to the other hand or other arm. Now this half right here has the Gastron's head, so you just have to fold it back and tuck the arm in. So keep this one up. Fold the clip. Tuck the arm in and yeah. I sometimes go with balancing the the small side of the paper clip or the large side of the paper clip. I actually tend to clip them any which way, but I try to balance the big side on the small side. And finally, since we're almost done with this guy, now I actually that spare clip actually is meant for the Anticon's utility ladder. And last but not least, let's insert this dragon head, in which I actually pulled it out from nowhere. And there is Kontrolion. Now, some call this Kontrolion. And as you can see, he's freakingly huge. If I had Commutaton right now, I would actually compare his size to this other giant, which will be much taller than this guy. Now, I'll also going to review Bakunawa Dragon. Sorry about the dogs, though. I'm going to review Bakunawa Dragon real soon, and as you can see, he isn't really that bad. I mean, despite of having fruit-colored parts to form a giant gestalt. And that's it. That's Kontrolion, and this has been Erwin from the Foldabots blog. We'll see you in the next video.